So here at the Rampage, we provide the university, students, and all of San Angelo, and I guess students' families too, with everything that's going on campus. So we do the news, we do sports, columns, photo galleries, and we're trying to get some video started too. As the editor-in-chief, I go about scheduling people's assignments. We're completely comprised of students, so we have to work also with their class schedule, and if they're in any more student organizations, we got to work with that too. So that's pretty much what my job entails. I got started with Rampage my sophomore year. I was a staff writer. I was shortly promoted to online editor, so I was the one that was doing all the social media postings, posting it on the website after it had been copy edited, and then after people graduated, I was promoted again to this job. So it's typical for people to move up through the ranks. You know, we have a Work For Us tab on the website. Click that, fill out an application, or I know that the university has the student job site. We're also on there. So once you fill out an application, that's received by us. I'll look through applications and then schedule interviews. And then they'll come in and I'll interview however many people have applied for that job. And then it's up to the editorial board from that point to decide who gets the job. We look for if they have any experience. Experience is all, like as with any job, is very valuable. So if they've worked for a school newspaper when they were in high school or anything like that with a photographer, we usually ask for like a portfolio. However, to say all that, it's not completely necessary that you have experience. When the pandemic rolled around, we've had a website since the 90s, but it's always been kind of an extra add-on to the actual print newspaper. But when the pandemic rolled around, we revamped our website. So in 2021, we went to an all-online newspaper. So now we don't do print anymore. It's all online. Everything is online. Quick bite-size content, very mobile-friendly, that type of thing. Now we do daily posting, and so 2 or 3 things might come out a day, and we can do all of that from wherever with the power of the internet. So the online editor, that's Jade, she can, once a story is ready, has been copy edited, and gets the go-ahead from me and gets the go-ahead from the writer or the photographer or whatever the piece of content is, she can go ahead and post it as soon as possible. So the thing with Rampage is that we're completely student-run. We don't answer to anyone that's an employee of the university. We have a faculty advisor, that's Dr. G, but even she isn't technically my boss. And so if she has an idea, she can run it by the editorial board, but ultimately it's up to us to implement those ideas. But they have to make an account with us, and then on the website, at least, we have the option of approving or denying those comments. So if it is just out and out hateful, just hate speech, fat shaming, racism, things of that nature, it's just simple as clicking a button in the back door of our website. We can deny that comment. If it's constructive criticism, but not necessarily positive criticism, we'll probably let it go up because we don't want to hinder anybody's First Amendment rights or anything. We can't, just because we don't like it doesn't mean that it's not allowed to be on the website. But obviously, if it is just out and out hateful, it's not going to be seen by anybody. I think it comes right down to what happened when the paper was founded in 1936. I mean, I think that it was a much freer time for the press, maybe, and so that was just implemented from the ground floor. And I'm really thankful for that we aren't necessarily under the thumb of the department like a whole lot of other student organizations are. Well, what you see a lot of time in the news, and I saw this is actually what got me involved with journalism, is that you see a lot of one side or the other. It's very black and white. And so what a lot of people don't understand, I think, is that the news is not necessarily as political and black and white. What I mean by that is that we hear, and part of my job is to make sure that both sides of any given story are being told. We don't just tell one side, and we don't just tell the other. We make sure that both sides are accurately represented, and then we let the reader decide for themselves what they think with that information. That's what the news has always been. That's what it always should be. People should be allowed to make their own decisions with their thoughts based on the story.